Davis from Studio J. It is time for the T-Mobile Halftime Report.
I came up here in case Charles tried to get tough with my man Kobe at halftime.
Here's Kobe. And we welcome you to the TNT Arena. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Charles Barkley, and our guest for the evening, the Lakers, Kobe Bryant. Hey, thanks for being here. It is really good to see you.
My pleasure.
And I think this is going to be good for fans out there, too, because, you know, we see you on the floor, see you maybe in some one-on-one interviews. I think this is going to be some fun for you tonight.
This is exciting. I'm excited to be here.
And
4 hours? You know how long we're here?
I've heard.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah,
We don't work that much.
Out, though.
It
we're here
flies.
from like 8 o'clock to 2 in the morning. We only work about 35, 40 minutes.
That's a good. It actually flies by. It really does.
No, it doesn't.
When you're hard at work, it does. Meantime, let's talk about your relationship with Charles Barkley, shall we? And maybe we can do this now, and then we can be done with it, and we can just have a jolly old time the rest of the night. You said something about Kobe's performance
In Game 7.
In Game 7, and I think the term that came up was selfish. And then came a bunch of text messages, apparently, Kobe, from you to Charles and back and forth.
Right.
So now you're meeting face to face for the first time.
Well, you know what? I criticized Kobe in Game 7. He didn't like it. He let me know it. I think I probably made one mistake taking it public, but I wanted to get his side, his point of view. I have no problem with him disagreeing with me. I think I did make a mistake making that public because he didn't take it public. I did, but I thought I didn't like the way he played in Game 7 because I didn't think he was aggressive. I understand why he didn't like it. Me calling him out on national television. He let me know it. And to me, that should have been the end of it, but it's kind of taken on.
I think the critical, the important part is that, we go out there and we play the game. We play the game to win. And obviously, we had a strategy that worked very well for us in 3 games. We tried to keep the strategy going in Game 7 and the other games as well. It didn't work out for us. But we're out there to try to win. So, to label me as being selfish was something that I took up with Charles.
Right.
Over the text messages thing. It's one thing to criticize an individual's game, but it's another thing to.
Did you see where taking 3 shots in that game was going to raise some eyebrows?
No, not really. I mean, if you look at the way that we played throughout the series, Game 4 in particular, we had a deficit in Game 4 in the fourth quarter. It was a double-digit deficit, 12, 13, 14-point game. And, we stuck to the script because we knew in order to beat the Phoenix Suns, we have to stop them. And in order for us to stop them, everybody has to feel more involved. When you play better offensively, when you hit down 1, 2 jumpers, all of a sudden your energy picks up, your intensity picks up, your defensive level picks up. And that's the only way that we're going to beat the Phoenix Suns. If I go out there and score 20 points in a quarter, 25 points in a quarter, they can care less because they want to score anyway.
Right.
Let me answer this one question. And I understand what you were trying to do, but at some point you got to say, I got to take this game over. And I got to be aggressive, at least got to go down firing. That was really my only point, directing that at you. Because we've all been in that situation where the coach says, hey, coach, what you drew up ain't working. Because you guys were only down 15 at halftime.
You know what? It worked for us in Game 4. We had a deficit in Game 4 that was tough to overcome. And that was one of those situations where I said, I'm going to take over the game offensively and dominate this game. But I didn't do that because we knew that the strategy was to get everybody involved because that affects the defensive end of the floor. And we did that very well in Game 4. In fact, the shot that, Devin George gave me a great pass on, the shot that I hit to send the game in overtime was my first basket of the whole fourth quarter. And we're a double-digit deficit the entire game, so.
When do, Charles says, sometimes I look at it and I would say, it's not working. And sometimes you say, I heard even Phil Jackson said, I give Kobe the liberty to say, to get everyone involved and then let him be offensively aggressive if he wants. When do you look at the score and say, all right, this is time for me to be offensively aggressive?
It depends who we're playing. And what I mean by that is there are certain teams that you can demoralize by scoring a lot of points. You know what I'm saying? So if I come out against a certain team that I know are geared to stop me, if I go out there and I score 20, 25 points a quarter, it takes their momentum away. Phoenix is not one of those teams. I've scored 20 points against them in the quarter, 25 points. It doesn't do anything to them. They just come back down the end and keep free-flowing and shooting the ball. To demoralize them, you have to stop them.
All right, so that was in the past. We are now in the present. We are now
Why you change your number?
Well, I'm not going to jump over the table and lump them upside the head or nothing like that.
Sis, why you changing your number?
It's Number 8 has been with me for a while, obviously, but I just felt like it was time to move on and do something, move on to something different. When I came back from Italy and I came to the States to play, the first number that I selected was 24. It was kind of a new beginning for me, and that's what the second half of my career is about.
All right, let's talk about this game that we're watching right now with the Cleveland Cavaliers beating the Detroit Pistons, who won the first 2 games of this series handily, and then Cleveland comes back to win at their place and now leading at the half. Let's go a lot of times to Kenny's pictures, but let's go to Kobe's pictures.
I have pictures.
And let's talk about LeBron James and what he has been able to do.
Kobe, don't get comfortable with the
Kobe. Oh, come on.
Don't get comfortable. Take his name out of there.
Get him out of there.
All righty.
Talk to me about this kid.
Well, LeBron James, what he's been doing in the first half is he's been changing and dictating the momentum of the game. And the plays that he makes, he had a missed dunk there, but this play right here gets the Cleveland bench involved in the game, gives his teammates confidence. And when he gets plays like this, which are 3-point plays, it keeps the momentum in Cleveland's favor. He's one of those players that can alter the momentum of the game, and that's what he's been doing a great job of in the first half.
You ever look at yourself at 21 and look at him at 21 and try to make any kind of comparison?
I was much more skinnier at 21 than he was. I needed to eat.
He maintains he's not 21.
LeBron's from the Dominican Republic. He's not 21.
But the thing, here's a team with Detroit. Would it be more demoralizing if you scored 20 in a quarter or you stopped them?
No, you have to be able to score points against Detroit in order to beat them. Obviously, you have to keep them out of transition. You look in the first half, they only forced 2 turnovers. Detroit is at their best when they're getting steals, they're creating turnovers, and they're getting out in transition. But you have to be able to score points against them.
So you would be offensively aggressive.
I would have to be offensively aggressive. And you have to pick your spots. You look at what LeBron's doing right now in the first half. What he's doing, he's keeping Cleveland in the game. He's not allowing Detroit to create that cushion. Now, at the end of the game, that benefits Cleveland because now you have a player that can dictate the tempo and control the ball. So, what he's doing a great job of that.
Kobe,
but since he had Kobe's pictures and took my name on, I got some pictures too.
I know, but we're going to get to those later because this segment wouldn't be complete.
No, this is my pictures. This is the pictures I have. Yes, sir. I start the voter. There we go. Start the voter. You want to talk about taking me out of this show? No, we gonna go fishing perfect, fella. That's right. We caught a big one. That was in Orange County out there. We Laguna Beach.
You know what? That's cool. That's cool. I'm cool with the fishing and all that, but you ain't have to give me that tight yellow shirt.
Hey, Laguna Beach.
You have to do me like that.
You gotta put Jack Nicholson in the picture. We gonna get that. Ain't the only fishing picture we got tonight.
We're coming back.
A lot of fishes on.
Welcome to the T-Mobile Halftime Report. T-Mobile, official wireless services partner of the NBA.
Lots of talk this week after Kobe passed Shaquille O'Neal about who the greatest Laker of all time is. I believe you referred to Kobe as the greatest Laker of all time. Do you agree?
No, I don't. I would go Kareem, Magic. Then it's between Jerry West and Kobe right there. But Kareem is the greatest Laker, and I think Magic is the second greatest Laker.
I heard a lot of folks saying that Magic is for everything he brought to the floor. How do you rank him?
Well, Magic is one of the best. But in this world we live in today, where everything is celebrated by championships and stats, he's passed everybody up. So by that basis alone, it makes him, the greatest Laker. He's tied with Magic for championships. Yeah. And
Kareem got the most.
Yeah, but he won one with Milwaukee.
Well, but we count the championships, aren't we?
But we're talking greatest Laker.
But I still think that Magic and Kareem are 1 and 1A. And I think, listen, Jerry West get lost in there sometimes.
And Underdog tells us Kareem did win 5 with the Lakers.
Okay. Yeah. I knew that. But listen, I think that, we can all disagree, but I think Kareem, Magic, and Jerry and Kobe are right there together.
I think Magic was the most dynamic Laker. He was the guy who changed the face of what basketball was. Forget just the Lakers. He changed the face of basketball. So in that regard, but Kareem to me was the most dominant player as a Laker. Shaq was the most dominant player in his era, but I don't think he was long enough as a Laker. You know, he had the Orlando. So that's the only reason he kind of falls out of this thing.
Obvious disappointment.
No, that's the only reason you fall out of the conversation. But if you play maybe 4 or 5 more years with the Lakers, we might have a different scenario.
I'm just saying, you know what?
And lastly, I'm going to say that Kobe is the best Laker because of the tenure.
You have him at the top of the list.
Because of the tenure. But Magic is still the most dynamic. He changed the game. But because of the tenure, because of he's still going, he's going to have a longer career. But Kareem was the best player. If you say, which guy are you going to take? You have to say Kareem is the best player.
And I have to commend Magic.
Well, just say I agree
but
with
we're just talking about a Laker.
Well,
Right.
Yeah, but he's not agreeing with you. And you know,
he didn't.
I'm saying because Kareem
I said
played in
Kareem was
Milwaukee
the best,
and
then Magic was second, and Kobe. He says you have to say that Kareem is the best. I said you could just say I agree.
Best player.
I have to commend
but best
Magic.
Laker. It's a different.
I have to commend Magic for his answer because they asked Magic the same question the other day, and Magic Johnson's answer was, "I have no ego. Kobe Bryant is the best Laker. I don't mind moving aside." And I really commend Magic Johnson for that statement.
End of discussion. More highlights.
Who was the most dominant Laker?
Four-game night.
No, Wilt, then me.
Oh, you
When you
forgot
play
about
me
Wilt.
like that.
I got
Yeah,
Wilt
Wilt, then
right.
me.
I got Wilt
At
number
4?
at 4 and
Just
Shaq
stop
number
it.
5.
Wilt, then
Where
me.
you got Jerry Weston.
I got him and Kobe 3-4.
Well, you're going to
How can you
have
have-
to,
you just
you're
said-
gonna have to define dominance then. I mean, 'cause I don't really know what dominance
But
means.
dominance is Wilt.
I mean, because now, you know,
Wilt
you
is
got
dominant.
people averaging 20 points and 8 rebounds.
Dominance
Y'all call
is the
them
White
dominant.
Howard played against you in the last couple years.
It's not. He had 21, 22. Like when I had 31, you had
Dominance
3.
is the white playing against him his last
it.
year in the league.